For today's recipe, we will be making these easy and delicious s'mores brownies. In a small bowl, combine 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/3 of a cup of cocoa powder, 1/2 of a teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. Whisk this until it is well combined. In the bowl of a stand mixer, combine 1 cup of white sugar, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, as well as 1/4 cup of butter that is melted and cooled slightly. And if you don't have a stand mixer, you could also use your hand mixer or even a whisk. Now I'm just going to give this a quick mix to incorporate the butter into the sugar. And now I will add 2 large eggs and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we're going to mix this on low for about 2 minutes. And as always, the full recipe and all of these instructions can be found down below. Once this is all come together, we are going to pop the bowl off of the stand mixer and add in our dry ingredients. Now I'm going to use a spatula and I'm going to gently mix this just until it all comes together and no streaks of flour remain. Now we can add in 1/2 cup of chocolate chips. I'm using bittersweet, but you could use milk or dark chocolate as well, really whatever you prefer. So now that this has come together, I'm going to line an 8x8 pan with parchment paper. A 9" by 9" would also work. So now I'm going to place a layer of graham crackers in the bottom here, and I shaved mine down with a knife to make them fit perfectly, but that's really not necessary. Just fit them in as best as you can. So now that we have our first layer prepared, we are going to add in our delicious brownie batter on top. And using a spatula, we're just going to spread it as evenly as possible, ensuring that we get to all of those corners. You'll notice here that my square of parchment extends up the sides of my pan quite a bit, and that's super important for the next step once we add all of those toppings in. So my oven is preheated to 350 Fahrenheit or 175 Celsius, and these are going to bake for about 18 to 22 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to chop up about 1/4 cup of dark chocolate. You could use whatever chocolate you prefer. I just find that the dark chocolate gives a nice balance with the sweetness of the marshmallows in the topping here. You will also need to cut up about 1/2 of a cup of graham crackers into pieces here, and you can do whatever size you would like. I also have about 1 cup of mini marshmallows, and now we have all our toppings ready. Our brownies have fully baked, so now I'm going to take about 1/2 of my graham cracker pieces and spread those over the top. It's important to leave some gaps for the marshmallows here as well. So now I'm going to come in and I'm going to add my mini marshmallows on top. And if you don't have the mini marshmallows, you could use the regular sized ones as well. I would just cut them up a little bit so that you don't have a really thick marshmallow layer on top. It's all about the balance. Now that we have our marshmallows, we can come in with 1/2 of our dark chocolate chunks and spread those over the top. We will follow that with our remaining graham cracker pieces, and I'm being very particular about my placement just because I wanted a really perfect finished brownie, but it's really not necessary. You can just dump all of those toppings on top. I'm just going to come in with the rest of my dark chocolate chunks and sprinkle those on top. My oven is preheated to the broil setting, and it's at 445 Fahrenheit or 230 degrees Celsius, and my oven rack is in the middle position. And these will only need to bake for 1 to 2 minutes. I literally sit in my oven door and watch them and take them out as soon as the marshmallows are golden brown. Now the hardest part of the recipe is actually waiting for these to cool so that we can slice and eat them. It'll take about an hour or 2. Once they have fully cooled, then you can slice and enjoy. And these are the perfect combination of chewy brownies, gooey marshmallows, and crispy graham crackers. If you have enjoyed this recipe, I'd appreciate it so much if you would like or subscribe. And if you have any questions or anything, let me know down below. Thanks so much for watching.